The mistakes people make on Royal Caribbean cruises often start before you've even unpacked your suitcase. Things like not packing swimwear in your hand luggage, waiting too long to buy the drinks package, or turning up for a show and finding every seat already taken. In this video, I'll walk you through the top 10 mistakes to avoid on Royal Caribbean cruises with real examples from my sailing on Independence of the Seas, so you can skip the stress, save money, and make the most of your time on board. One of the easiest ways to start your cruise on the wrong foot is arriving too late on embarkation day. Royal Caribbean gives you a boarding window, but in reality, the process often moves much faster. On my independent sailing, boarding opened early, and because I'd booked the key, I was on the ship by 10:30 and having a cocktail by 11. The sun was shining, the pool deck was quiet, and it honestly felt like I'd gained half a day of holiday. If you stick to your official slot, you'll find long queues in the terminal and a very busy windjammer buffet once you finally get on board. By mid-afternoon, finding a table can be a challenge. So if you can, arrive slightly ahead of your time and always pack swimwear and sunscreen in your hand luggage. While everyone else waits for their bags to be delivered, you could already be swimming or relaxing with a drink by the pool. It's the perfect way to start your cruise on a calm note. A big mistake first-timers make is not understanding what the key actually includes, or assuming it gives you priority everywhere. It's not just early boarding. You'll also get a proper embarkation lunch in the main dining room, a VIP seating area for shows, priority disembarkation, and reserved times for activities like the rock climbing wall or flow rider. It's brilliant if you like structure or simply want a smoother experience. On a short cruise like mine, it meant boarding early, skipping queues, and having a relaxed final morning with breakfast before getting off. But it doesn't cover everything. There's no fast track for the slides. And the reality is, queues for most activities aren't bad anyway. Think of the key as a convenience upgrade. It won't change your entire cruise, but it removes those small moments of stress that can make the difference between a good cruise and a great one. Another mistake I saw again and again: people assuming they can just stroll into the theatre a few minutes before showtime. On Independence of the Seas, you don't pre-book shows like you do on some larger ships, but the main theatre and the ice rink fill up fast. On sea days, there's often a queue before the doors even open. If you want a good seat, aim to arrive 20 or 30 minutes early. If you've got the key, use the reserved seating section. It really does make a difference when the theatre is packed. And don't skip the entertainment. Royal's production shows are West End quality, and the ice shows are unique to Royal Caribbean. They're genuinely worth planning around, not something to leave to chance. This is the one that costs people the most money. Royal Caribbean's drinks package. Prices change constantly, sometimes weekly. Buy it early, then keep checking the cruise planner. If the price drops, cancel and rebook. You'll get the lower price instantly, with no penalty. Royal often runs flash sales around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and random weekends. Waiting for a better sale can backfire, because prices tend to rise as the cruise gets closer. If you're on the fence, remember the package covers not just cocktails, but also specialty coffees, sodas, and bottled water. And it's easy to underestimate how quickly that all adds up. A lot of people budget for the cruise fare and stop there, but Royal Caribbean has more onboard spending opportunities than most lines. You've got daily gratuities unless you prepay them, Wi-Fi packages, shore excursions, and plenty of specialty dining. Venues like Chop's Grill, Giovanni's Table, and Izumi are all excellent, but they're extra charge restaurants. Even soft-serve snacks, arcade games, or Starbucks-style coffees can add up. My advice? Decide your extras budget before you sail, and check your onboard account regularly in the app. It's much nicer than getting a surprise bill at the end. The app is the control center for your cruise, but a lot of people only try to set it up once they're on board, and that's where problems start. Download and log in before you leave home. Link your booking, complete your check-in, upload your security photo, and set your arrival time. Doing it early saves you a lot of faff later, especially once you're at sea and relying on ship Wi-Fi. Once you're on board, it's genuinely useful. You can check the daily schedule, book dining, message your travel companions, and monitor your spending. Here's one that surprises people coming from P&O or Princess. Royal Caribbean ships, especially on short itineraries from Southampton, are lively. My Independence cruise had a real party atmosphere. Live music, poolside dancing, late-night karaoke, and every bar busy by early evening. It's fun and full of energy. But if you're expecting a peaceful sea day with a quiet book and a cup of tea, you might need to seek out the solarium or cafe promenade instead. It's not a bad thing, it's just different. Royal attracts a younger crowd on shorter cruises, families, and groups celebrating birthdays or weekends away. On longer sailings or those further afield, the vibe does calm down. But for these short getaways, expect big shows, loud music, and plenty of laughs. Another classic mistake, expecting to find a sunbed mid-morning. By 9 o'clock, most lounges around the pools are already claimed with towels. Crew do try to clear unattended ones after 30 minutes, but it doesn't always happen quickly. If you want a prime spot, go early, or look for quieter areas. The solarium is adults only, and usually calmer. The promenade deck has shaded lounges with a sea breeze, and if you're happy to explore, there are extra sunbathing areas high up near the sports deck. It's all about planning. On a sea day, start your morning early, grab breakfast, then head straight out, and you'll avoid the frustration. Royal's dress code is far more relaxed than many expect. You'll see everything from tuxedos to polo shirts. If you're doing a short cruise, don't waste luggage space on full formal wear. A smart casual look fits right in. For women, a nice dress or blouse and trousers works perfectly. For men, a collared shirt or light jacket is plenty. Even on formal night, it's more of a suggestion than a rule. The only real requirement is no swimwear or vests in the main dining room at dinner. And one night you will want to plan for is white night. This is the night when everyone dresses in white for the evening. It's not compulsory, but it's part of the fun. So pack light, you'll thank yourself when it's time to unpack. And finally, disembarkation day. The mistake people make here is leaving everything until the morning. If you're using the luggage collection service, leave your bags outside your cabin the night before. Otherwise, you'll be dragging them through corridors at dawn. If you have the key, you'll get a proper breakfast in the main dining room and priority departure, which is a lovely calm way to end the trip. Everyone else should plan to eat early and be patient. The gangways get busy quickly once clearance is given. Keep your SeaPass card handy. Check your onboard account before bed, and don't book your train or flight too early. Disembarkation is smooth, but timing can vary depending on the port. So those are the 10 biggest mistakes people make on Royal Caribbean cruises, and I've seen them catch people out time and time again. But the biggest mistake of all is paying more than you need to for the drinks package. Prices change constantly, and getting it wrong can cost you hundreds,